Although Rasheeda has always been a graceful, strong, and resilient woman, even the strongest people have their limitations. She and her husband, Kirk Frost, had been up and down for years when the day she had been dreading finally arrived. The never-ending cycle of betrayal, anguish, and deceit had taken its toll. Now she was done, and there would be no going back. It was not the first time in recent years that the whispers had been physical. Rasheeda had learned that Kirk Frost, the man she had believed she could completely trust, had gone too far, beyond the limits of her love to men. Rasheeda discovered the text messages exchanged between Kirk and Jasmine Washington after she was left alone in their home one fateful evening and was browsing through her phone. Their reminders of Kirk's lack of respect were not simple flirtations. They were painful, real, and personal. In particular, Kirk's secret contacts with Jasmine Washington, the woman who had caused their most recent issues, made his adultery more blatant than his words. Rasheeda had experienced the highs and lows of their relationship, their business endeavors, their children, good times and bad, but the constant cycle of betrayal had made her a weaker version of the woman she had been. The romance was more than a casual slip-up, she realized. Even though she was aware that he had once again stayed the night with Jasmine, it felt like a cruel confirmation of all she had been afraid of. And yet, in spite of the agonizing pain, Rasheeda felt a sudden calm clarity. Standing in front of the mirror, Rasheeda looked at her reflection and pleaded for forgiveness for every mistake. She could no longer imagine her life without Kirk, but suddenly the weight of his lies was too much for her to bear. Although her love for him had not disappeared overnight, she still treasured their marriage, which she knew was the cornerstone of any long-lasting relationship. Rasheeda made the tragic choice the following morning to not stand up for what Kirk was unable to defend on his own. When Kirk eventually came home and discovered the empty space where they had been, Rasheeda packed her belongings with a strong sense of resolve, knowing that this was the first step to regaining her own peace and happiness. Now she had to put an end to the life she and Kirk had spent so much time creating. It crashed down, but it was too late. Even though she had given Kirk more opportunities than she should have in the hopes that he would change and put her needs ahead of his own, Rasheeda was now choosing herself and leaving the life she had created with him. She was not only letting go of a man, but she was also taking back her life, her future, and her honor. Despite the uncertainty of the road ahead, one thing was certain: she was no longer scared to confront the issues head-on. Now that she was independent, Rasheeda would find a strength much beyond the pain that had once defined her love story. Regaining her identity as more than just the woman behind the man and leaving Kirk were both parts of her journey.
Like, he wanted to try to paint me out to be this crazy person that I'm not, but it's not the first time, and hopefully it'll be the last.
Yeah, so basically just trying to, number one, stop wasting my money on lawyers. So the amount of money that I sent you, that's the number you cool with, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna put an agreement together and we'll agree on that and we can end this lawyer.
Period.
Okay,
I'm
so
with
that's
that.
where I'm at.
All right. Well, there we have it.
But you haven't signed anything and he hasn't signed anything yet.
No.
Is that because are you guys still trying to work it out, or does it just make more sense for you guys to just be separated right now?
Well, the thing is, we've sat and had a conversation about trying to maybe not do it through attorneys and see if we can come to some type of agreement, you know, that way. And at the same time, I also feel like, and it's not even a point of just trying to work it out, but I'm also like, I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, you know, I pretty much kind of got the information, and am I ready to serve him with these papers? You know, this is the first time something like this has happened in our marriage, and I'm feeling like, okay, you know, is the answer immediately, although it's all this crazy stuff that's happened, is the answer immediately divorce, you know, step into this place, Or is it, let's try to figure out if we're gonna just separate and try to work out percentages, things like to that nature. So that's kind of where it is right now. Just maybe considering not having to do an actual divorce, but just at this moment, but just figuring out what we want to do and see if we want to go ahead and take it to the divorce line later. Or, you know, that may not be the case. As of right now, who's to say? My main concern ain't even just the fact of filing a divorce. It's just about trying to, you know, stay focused, not overstress myself, and get ready for this baby, whether he's a part of the situation or not.
We need to have a candid conversation.
Okay. Here we go. Rasheeda walked away the moment she saw me with her head down. Let's be honest, she can't even face me. But I'm not surprised to see that Kirk and Rasheeda made up. That woman will jump in the casket with him.
You don't know because you don't.
I do know, I'm not.
So the agreement was that you get Cannon the third weekend of every month. Do you do that?
No, we didn't really agree to that because the last.
It's signed on paper.
This is what I just want to say. It's not gonna ever be exactly what you want it to be. But
I
one
get
thing
that
you ain't
now.
gonna never, ever have to question or worry about is that boy getting the love and the same treatment as all the other kids when he's around.
Kirk ended up saying something flirty after Rasheeda stood up. It seemed like he was still messing with Jasmine behind the scenes.
I've always been concerned, and I've always loved him
I've
since
never
the first
seen
day I
or heard from you.
You don't have to hear from me because Cannon knows what's up. That's all that
You
matters.
understand why it's a little weird now? It seems
But
like
you know it's not weird.
because
it's genuine.
now all of a sudden.
I've always been there since I decided to forgive him. If I forgave him, I gotta take everything that comes with it, and that's Cannon. Y'all figure some out so we can get this boy on track like he need to be on.
Here we go with the book.
I can't believe this.
What the going on right now? How the would she just pull up at your event like it's
I
nothing?
don't even-
Yeah, your event.
I can't believe it. Like, you just pull up and you're here. Like, what bull are you on now? Like, what the is this? Of course, I don't want to hear it. But if I say something to it, it's going to cause a bigger scene. So I'm going to ignore her ass and keep it moving.
You're here. I'm here. Who invited her?
I know her and I argued at Diamond's bachelor party the other day, but she came up to me and be nice to me, so I'm gonna be nice too. Are you good?
I'm good.
But you know me, I'm cordial with her to get the tea. Are you gonna go over there and talk to Rasheeda? Because a conversation needs to be had.
I don't have nothing to say to that lady. I don't.
She don't technically owe her. She didn't take a vow.
You came to the party, so if you come to the party,
Who comes to a party and says like that?
Yeah,
no,
that is.
but why come at all?
I'm here tonight because I was invited. The easiest way to get rid of me is to tell the truth. I wasn't even gonna do this. I swear to God, I wasn't gonna out him nothing. I'm doing this because he tried to say that I come to the door in my birthday suit. And that is never the case. But since you wanna go there, let's go there. You wanna make me look crazy by your lies, I'm gonna make you look crazy by my truth. So that's all it is for me. Like, you took it there, and now let's go there.
Well, you're here, so are you gonna address the situation or not?
I don't feel like I owe her that. It's not my job.
Well, then I'm gonna go talk to Rasheeda and show her the receipts. Let me see your phone again.
You want to see my phone
Yes,
again?
Yes, one more time.
The same message as the other day.
Yeah.
This is the text message between me and Kirk. He says, so-and-so amount if we... This is not a one-time thing. I'm telling y'all, this tried to me on several occasions. He's been proven time and time again to lie about it. When have I ever been proven wrong?
You know how reason